That's the children in the background running their grill. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Professor Q back at it again. First of all, before we get started, I'm in a new location, as y'all can see. I done moved to a crib. I got a new house, so things is up and up right now. Man, there's a lot of wrinkles in my forehead. All right. All right, we're gonna do this again. This is like part 2 / part 2, 3. But this time I got my youngest boy and my youngest girl. Now, I'm gonna try to go and cover a lot of ground with this, because this is gonna definitely give us a better perspective of the younger minds of today to try to bridge this gap. Okay, I'm not gonna say what I just saw, but we gonna keep we go. I got the table, round table, so I'm gonna ask different questions and then try to get both of their perspectives on the same question. All right, so today, I want the okay. I tell you what, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna ask the question I asked you last week. I'm gonna ask the young lady. Now, Gabby, when it comes to your parents, your mama, me, when it comes to a teacher, any type of guardian, right? Tell you what you need to do. Why is it hard for you to do it? Like when we tell you to do your work or do the chores or bring up your grades, why is it keep the house clean? Why is those things difficult for you to do?
I mean, like cleaning and stuff is not difficult.
It's not?
Like, sometimes I personally sometimes just forget, or I just do it late and then y'all get mad at me.
Okay, let me go back, because that's good you said that, because one thing I definitely don't want you to do is to get caught up in your excuses. I'm saying as in when you are told to do it. Why is it difficult for you to do it when you are told? Because you just said, I forget. Because that means that when somebody tells you, you don't do it right then and there. You wait till later on where you have the capability of forgetting. So why is it hard for you to not do it then when you're asked to? Ooh, that was a good one, Q.
Because it's like sometimes we're not running on y'all time.
I'm telling you, 100% running on my time. 100%. You literally are running on my time. When I ask you to do something, I never say, Gabby, when you feel like it. I never say when you feel like it. I say, hey, Gabby, you need to get that done. Or your mama say, hey, get this room clean. You think she say, Gabby, get this room clean when you feel like it?
I mean, no, but
you make sure you come back, because I can't wait to get to you.
If we're doing it, then why?
Why what?
Why do we have to do it on y'all time?
Oh, this is why. I'm glad you asked that question. You making this so interesting. Listen here. Do you remember what you just said a few minutes ago? You said that it's not that you don't do it. Sometimes you what? Forget. So that's why when we tell you to do something, we want you to get it done then, because there's a really strong possibility that you will come up with a lame excuse like, I forgot. So that's probably why we get upset. So let's go back to you again. Why is it difficult for you to do things that we ask you to do?
Well, when it comes to school and stuff.
When it comes to school, you want to start? We're gonna start with school and then we'll go back to the house.
When it comes to school, sometimes it's already hard to learn.
Is it?
For me, it is.
For you, it's hard to learn. Okay.
And it's like if our grades are bad, we know our grades are bad, but y'all just keep pressuring us about it. It just makes us.
It's pressure.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't know our grades are bad. Like, you just putting more pressure on us.
Okay, then. So when we say let's say when you get your report card or your progress report, how many weeks do you have between each? When you get your progress report and when you get your report card, how many weeks or months is it between those two? Do y'all know that?
It is 4.5 weeks.
So 4.5 weeks. So let's say you have an F, and that's when we get upset. Like, Gabby, you have an F now or a D, and we tell you pull your grades up. Is 4.5 weeks too long for you to pull that grade up?
I mean, no, but it's not always our fault.
It is 100.
No, you gotta think about if we do our work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the teacher doesn't like putting grades on time.
Mm-hmm.
trying to sound real intelligent.
Okay, now check this out. If you have a 90, let's say this. Let's say you have a 90. Let's say that you have a 98 in class. Your class, your work is a 98. Let's not even go that high. Let's say you have an 88 percentage, right? And let's say the teacher forgets to put your grade in. Let's just say she forgets to put your grade in. She forgets to put your grade in. You got a 79. You got an 88. If she missed that assignment, around where you think your grade would be at? If she forget to put in that assignment and you got an 88, you got a 79, round about where y'all think will y'all grade be?
It would be the same.
It would probably be the same. It would still be like 88, probably like an 86. But when you got a 40 or a 30, even if she forgot to put a grade in, that means your level was already so low that if she missed one, even if she missed one assignment, you're down in the 40s, 30s, 50s. That's so low to where even if she missed one or two, you don't go down that low.
These are not the real grades.
So when you got 100, let's say that y'all got 100, and y'all, let's say you got an A. Was that your fault that you got an A, or was it the teacher's fault you got an A? When you got an A, it's your fault. So when you get an A, that's your accomplishment. But when you get an F, that's the teacher's problem.
No.
Oh, okay. I just want to know when is it time to point at you, and when is the time to point at the teacher when it comes to your grades? Because when you failing, you say, hey, they're not putting in the grades. But when you're succeeding, that's your 100% on you. You're the person we should be like, hey, you're doing great. I shouldn't say, you know what, Gabby, even though you got 100, I'm not going to take that. I should go talk to your teacher because she probably put an extra 100 on your test, or was it you that accomplished that 100? I probably didn't say that. Did I ask that correctly? I just want to know, when is it 100% your accomplishment, and when is it 100% your failure?
That should be a title of the
There's
video.
always both, but like, they say if I had a bad grade and you told me to get it up,
Yes.
and I do work to get it up, and they don't, that's when they don't
And
put the grade
if
in.
they don't put the grade in, that's what I mean. I understand you on that part. That's why I said that if she forgets to put your grade in and it's so low, your grade you starting at a 40 or at a 30. That means you got it that low. The teacher may have missed an assignment, and I can agree with you on that. She may have missed an assignment or two, but your grade is so low that even if you got those two assignments in, you would still be failing. So that's what I mean about when we get on you, when we stay on you about your grades. It's not that, Gabby, one moment you can have a bad grade and then tomorrow you got an A. We stay on you to keep pushing you to pull your grades up because they're so low. So if you was in the 70s, 80s, and 90 range, I wouldn't have to keep coming to you and telling you to keep your grades up because you're already up. I promise you this. Me and none of you all have I come to you all and said, hey, make sure you get your grades up when they already up. I've never come to you. Only time I come to you, like you said, pressure, only reason why I stay on you is when they're low. I'm talking about so low. Not 69, not 72. I'm talking about 50s, 40s, and 30s. So we're supposed to apply pressure so you can get it up. Just so if you say, hey, you pressing me too much, I might want to get my grades up so I can get these cats off my back. Wouldn't that make sense to you? Say, you know, I'm tired of them come ask me about my grades. Let me pull my grades up so they can stop pressuring me. That's what I mean. I understand, Gabby, you can't. I understand what you're saying, though, but I just want you to see things from a broader picture because we wouldn't press you if it wasn't important. Do I tell you to make sure that your clothes clean every week? Do I press you about that every week? No, because to me, that's not important. You can go to school as dirty as you want to be, as long as you get great grades. All right. Anywho, let's move to the second thing. What about chores for the house? Why you wouldn't get them done right when you asked? Like when your mom come in like, hey, Gabby, can you clean your room up? And then you'll say, okay. And then you say, I might forget. Why when she asks, you wouldn't do it right then and there?
Maybe, like, I don't feel the need to.
You don't. So when your mom come in and asks you to clean your room up, she's asking, Gabby, what mood you in?
No.
Nah. Do you get fussed at, regardless what kind of mood you in, do you still get fussed at if you don't do it?
Yes.
Do that make you upset?
Yes.
Do you try to avoid it in any way, shape, form, or fashion?
Yes.
How do you avoid it?
By doing it.
So if you don't do it and you forget, you get in trouble, right? That's the only time you get fussed at. Okay, we're gonna get off this because obviously this is a sensitive subject. What about this? Why at such a young age? Because, see, 13, 15, why, when did y'all start to say, you know what, I think I want to have me a significant other? When did that happen? Around what age was that?
For me, that was like
You're gonna like people regardless.
Absolutely. I said, when was the time for you?
12, 13.
12, 13?
That's when I started.
When it was for you? 12, 13? No, you just turned 13 last week, so you can't say that.
12, 13, yeah.
11.
11. Because it was 11. It was 11, 10 and 11 for my brothers and sisters. It was like 12 for me. So I understand. But when y'all do that, when you say I'm in a, this is my significant other, this is my boyfriend, this is my girlfriend, whatever like that.
You gotta be careful with these next few words.
When y'all did that, was this something that y'all felt that y'all parents was comfortable with or wasn't comfortable with?
To a certain degree.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Like, you couldn't just be all out and about. Like, you had to keep it discreet.
Bless you.
To a certain degree, you had to keep it discreet.
As in, okay, so you couldn't tell your parents?
Nah, that's up to you. I'm just saying, like, you can't just give out all your information at that time.
Wait a minute, not all. If I just said you have a significant other, you could not tell your parents that. That's the only thing I'm talking about. I ain't talking about when y'all hugged.
That's up to whoever it is. For me,
I'm saying for y'all. This is what I'm talking to. I'm talking to y'all too. Huh?
I wouldn't mind telling them.
When you was 11 and 12, you come home and tell your mom, hey, I go with Katie.
I was 11 and 12. I didn't really have a girl.
Okay, we gonna edit that.
Yeah, please.
So when you jumped around, what was you comfortable with that, or you wouldn't tell your mom?
At first.
At first, okay. You more comfortable now?
Like the first time I said, "Mom, I want a boyfriend," and she said no.
How old were you?
Like 11. I was at that time. I was like 10, but that
That's
was
pretty young.
Joke.
That's pretty young. I don't think it was a joke. You know how you ask a question, you really mean it, but if they get upset, you be like, Mom, I'm just joking. It's kind of like playing it safe. Like, I'm going to ask this question. If she would have said, yeah, girl, would you would have said, Mom, I was just playing. I was just joking. If she would have said, yeah, you can have a boyfriend, you would have said, Mom, I'm just playing. At that age, when you was 10, and you said, Mom, I want to have a boyfriend, and she said, yeah, baby, you can have a boyfriend, you would have said, Mama, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. All right, then. So, okay, then. So, tell me this. Do Gabby and Juvey have a vision or have a idea of what they want to do for themselves?
Yep.
Like, do you have something you're going to prepare yourself for as far as growing up into becoming, or do you have an agenda for yourself?
I do.
When I get older.
Older?
Like when I get to go to college and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to go to college. I want to be in a sorority. I just want to be in a sorority.
Okay.
I want to go to like maybe like a design school or something.
It's an idea. Okay. You good at fashion?
Or like an entrepreneur.
You know what type of business you want to start?
Like just sell stuff like
what, auntie?
Like safety stuff, like for girls, and
what they do?
Like spray, like
like pepper spray and stuff. But I can sell clothes and stuff too.
With it,
apparel, yeah.
Like lip gloss and stuff. Like it could be lip gloss that's really like a taser.
That's different. Cause I wouldn't want you to put it on your lips.
Lipstick taser. That's fine.
So you on the ground shaking with shiny lips. I mean, but honestly, I'm sure it's probably like a safety button or something like that. Well, okay then. I mean, at least you have an idea. But what would you have to do to get into college?
like have with the grades and stuff.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to throw that in there. That's good. I like that. I just hope me myself personally, I love the fact that you do have an idea of what you would like to do because it's gonna go by so fast. This what I had talked about the last time about how time is going by so fast. Like Juvey finna be a sophomore. It feel like you just got into high school.
Literally.
I mean, it was all virtual, but yeah.
I had a nice 2 months of
Oh, you did go to school when we first started?
yeah.
Oh,
From
okay.
August to like October.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 months. Yeah,
So
2 months.
what? We didn't talk about this, but I want to see if it's still the same. What's your plan for yourself?
It changed up a little bit
Okay.
because I got like more interest now. Still gonna probably end up going towards the Army, most likely Air Force. Just to be there for school. Once I get them to pay for the school, I'll either go into architecture or culinary arts. Either
Two
or.
good fields.
Yeah.
I mean, for you, definitely. Culinary would be a good thing to fall back on. But I always like to have one thing so I can just focus just on that.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I was saying.
But if
either
you,
or would be the fallback.
yeah. All right. What would you go to school for, Gabby?
Entrepreneur.
No, entrepreneurs.
You don't go to school for
Yes. Like if you would go for a business
Yeah, I was
or
about to say that. Business. You got
that's some hot chips he had.
what else you got business?
I'm gonna do something different on this one. Gabby, ask your parents the question so they can give you an answer something that you have a difficult understanding. Because from you being 12, you have such a different perspective of life. That's where you and I or your parents and I have a difficult. You know what I'm saying? The difficulty in this because it's like you look at the world like this, and it's almost like this is how it should be. And then we trying to tell you from my perspective, like you looking at it totally different. That's not how it is. So do you have a question for anybody, any parent? Like, why do y'all, have kids? Why do y'all send them to school? Why do y'all pay for their food and put a roof over it? I mean, any questions? Any questions?
Why do y'all think kids don't go through stuff?
We think that y'all don't go through stuff?
Like y'all, sometimes y'all act like.
Okay, let me answer that for you because that's a very good question. I would say this. Maybe we act as if you're not going through nothing because we've been through so much that when we look back and see what you are going through, it's very small to us. But to you, it's big. So we would have to be more sensitive and understanding that, okay, that stuff is kind of big to y'all, but to us, it's so tiny compared to what we doing that it seems almost like minute. That's why I was looking at y'all like, what? Well, that's nothing. But to y'all, it's something because, you only been on the earth for 13 and 15 years. But whatever it is that y'all go through, do you ever bring it to the table? Be like, hey, mom, can I talk to you about?
Not before, but then y'all just like, well, mom has just like, she just says, like, no, you're not, or something like that.
Kind of brush it off.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like sometimes to her or just to an older person, period, they would look at that. Just like this is like this. Like Naomi will come to you crying because she didn't get no. What's some things y'all was just drinking in there? Capri Sun. She be crying about it, right? And you be like, is that what you crying about? But to her, it means so it's major to her. But to you, it's like that's not even a reason to be crying. So when your mama look at your situation, to her it seems so minute. That's like, why are you even tripping off of something like that? But to you, it's big. So like I said, as being a parent, then I would have to be more sensitive and understanding to what you're going through. But to us, it seems so minute. That's probably why you would see the difference in between us. It's not like it's not nothing, but it's nothing to us. But to you, it's basically everything. So it's kind of hard to put myself in your shoes just like it's hard for you to be sympathetic to Naomi because she's crying over a Capri Sun. You be like, why are you crying, right? But that's what I mean. I'm just comparing it, trying to give you the best answer I can give you. Sometimes we're looking at y'all situations, it's so minor. And it's not to you it isn't, but to us it's like, Wait till you get older. But we don't want to talk about that now because you're not older. But uh, what could help you deal with your situations from parents? Then, if that is an issue between you and someone that's older, like your teacher, like your parents, your guardian, how could they help you deal with the situations that you do deal with that are difficult to you?
They could try to understand me.
Do you try to understand us? You do? What? Okay, then, and I understand that too. So, how can I understand if you don't explain it to me? How could I understand? Because I wouldn't automatically know that. Oh, if I tell Gabby she can't go to the skating rink, she gonna be depressed in her room. I don't know that's made to you. So when you have to come explain it to me so I can see why it would affect you to the like that one time a couple years ago when you wanted to go to the dance and we was like nah, and you lost your top. I didn't know telling you no was gonna make you turn. You know what I'm saying? So when you have to explain that to me, like, oh man, all my friends gonna be there. This little boy I like, he gonna be there. I'm just saying something to the nature to make me understand why if I said no, you lost your top. Like I've never seen you do that before. So that situation or just many other situations, even moving forward, you would have to explain it to me to get me to understand. Cause I don't want to not understand. It's just that I don't know that means that important to you. Because even after that, when you asked to go to the skating rink, I didn't want to take you to the skating rink. Well, you think I want to see you have a breakdown like that? I don't know how important this is to you. So let's go to the skating rink, right? We went up there and it wasn't even time for it to open up. But, okay, I would do everything in my power to understand best that I can. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't understand some of the things. So if you explain it to me a lot better, I probably would be able to understand it better. Because I do have the will to try to understand. You know what I'm saying? I do. What about you?
What was the question?
Do you have any questions towards parents or towards your guardians or towards
Do I have any questions for you?
yeah, just towards your parents, period? That kind of
Why do you think the game is such a distraction?
because you show us that when you have the game, when you have your phones, you fail in other things that's important. So we take those things away so you can concentrate on those things that's important, and then we can say, okay, then those are back up. We'll give it to you. Hopefully, you can balance the two. But when you can't balance the two, I have to take that away.
That thing moving.
Oh, I can tell you didn't listen to
Look
that.
at that. Go. Look at that. Anyway, I mean, there's different ways for people to cope with different situations.
Absolutely.
So for some people, like me, they rely on the game and on the online friends, it's basically like family and
Yes.
whatnot to fall back on and talk to
Absolutely.
rather than parents.
Absolutely. But listen what you just said. You said for me having this game and having my phone, what's important, you're failing it with having it. Now, listen, if you had this and you was able to still maintain your grades while doing that, why would I take that from you? Why would I take it from you? Why would I take your phone or take your game if your grades is decent? Why would I do that? Okay, I tell you what. I'm gonna ask you this question. Why are you talking about that? Gabby, if you got an F, Juvey, you got an F. I'm talking about 2 failing grades, and you have your phone and you have your game. What would you suggest that the parents do when they find out their child is failing in their grades? What should they do?
Limit the time of which they get
Yeah,
on
like-
those
like-
devices.
Limit the time of what?
Like let's say we had our phones, right? And you take them at a certain time or whatever.
I was not
Or
saying
like
that.
we only get our phones on the weekends or something.
I was not
Okay.
saying that.
So that's you. You said take your phone, but give it to you on the weekends. And then if your grades come up, keep doing that?
No, like if I get
No,
better,
you didn't hear the question. If your grades come up,
Mhm.
if they come up, they coming up from what you just said. If I say, here, Gabby, okay, then you're right. Here, have your phone on the weekends, and then your grades start coming up. Should I keep doing that then?
unless they go back down.
Then if they go back down, I should take your phone completely though. You shouldn't have. I should not say, well, here you can hold your phone, and it starts to go down, because that means that the phone is a distraction. It's not helping you. If I give it to you on the weekends and your grades go up, because you're saying, well, I get to be on my phone, I get to get to my work, I could bring my grades up, and they coming up. Do you want me to keep that way? Because it's coming up, and I'm taking it when that means that you get to concentrate on your work, but you also still get the privilege of having your phone, right? So if your grades come up, then I should just keep doing it that way, because it's helping you to be able to have that time on your phone or have that time on your game, and you're able to concentrate on bringing your grades up. So is that what you meaning?
That's what.
Okay, what did you mean? I'm sorry.
I was saying that from the time of school, they really shouldn't have it. I mean, unless you go to school, which you want to have your phone on you, but from the time when you get home, there should be like a certain time to where, okay, I get out of school at around like 3. She get around 4:30. So from that time to say 8, schoolwork or chores or whatever, and then at that time when it gets 8, now you can get your stuff back since you finished all
You
your
finish your work. You get the.
Now you can.
Okay then. So and that is something to take into consideration, 100%. But check this out. You all had y'all phones and y'all games all day, and you
That
still.
was the problem. We had it all day.
So it was a distraction.
Us being
So
on
taking
our
the phone wasn't the problem then, because y'all was just saying like, why do you take our stuff? So actually, it's actually helping you, correct?
Yeah.
So it's a good thing that I come in there and I took your game. Now, if you say, hey, Q, since you got my game, and Gabby, like, since you got my phone, and I'm pulling my grades up, can I get my phone this weekend? Like, just have some type of negotiation? Absolutely. But y'all don't do that. What y'all do is when I leave the responsibility in your hands, when I don't check your grades, when I don't apply no pressure, because I don't ask you. The last time I talked to y'all about y'all grades was the last time that y'all had got y'all grades for report cards. But when I left it into y'all hands, y'all still failed. So I can't continue with that, because that's making y'all. So if you saying, okay, then don't take it just for every day. Take it for a little bit of time. Like I said, if your grades come up on doing that, then that makes a lot of sense. But right now, we already had an agreement, because right now it's at the end of this crunch time. Gabby, you want to pass on to the next grade? You do? Why do you want to pass on to the next grade?
So for me, it's because I don't want to be in a grade with other kids that I don't know, or like that I don't.
You already gonna be in a grade with kids you already don't know.
Yeah, if you go to the next grade, you're gonna be with kids you don't know.
No, but like I'm saying,
You're going to a whole nother school.
I don't want to see like
Wait a
my
minute.
friends going into a
Higher grade. So that would be important to you, right? Why doesn't that motivate you to do your work? Just that alone. Use whatever that, you know what I'm saying, that it takes to motivate you to at least have a C or a B in all your classes. Because if me telling you to pull your grades up and you find this pressure from me, then for your own self, you wouldn't say, hey, just for myself, what would make me get a better grade? Or what makes me want to go to the next grade? And you said you don't want to do what? You don't want to, do you want to be in the 5th grade? What grade you in? I apologize. Do you want to be in the 7th grade again next year, right? Because what you don't want that embarrassment, right? So that right there will motivate you alone, just to be like, it ain't got nothing to do with me and your mama, right? It should be like, Gabby saying, dude, this for me. I ain't finna have them talking about something. Oh yeah, there go Gabby. Yeah, she's stuck back in the 7th grade again, right? So for you, that should motivate you to want to do your work. At least get a C. Why do you want passing grades?
So I can go to the next grade?
Are you want passing grades so you can go to the next grade? You don't care about failing?
I do care about failing.
If you did, you failing. I just want to know what concerns you. What would concern you to be like, let me make sure that I don't fail, so I could go to the next grade or at least excel. What motivates you to do what you need to do? Because you have nothing. You don't have a job. You don't have a job. And I'm not saying that you need to have a job. I'm just trying to say you don't have other responsibilities. Your day is wide open. When you come home from school, your day is wide open. You could be on your phone all day. You could be on the game all day. What drives you to say, at least let me get my grades up? What's your own motivation to say, let me at least get my grades up? What do you do to motivate yourself? Nothing?
Nope.
You just get up and be like, I hope it's an A.
I'll do my best.
Huh? You do so okay, so when you get go to school, so the whole day you doing your best?
I think the heat's getting to my head. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying when you get done with your work, you feel like you done your best.
You gotta take into consideration the circumstances we're in.
That's why, listen, I 100% understand the circumstances that y'all in, because the whole system of learning now is totally different. But you still have to apply yourself regardless, right? So that's why I wanted to know, like, do you apply yourself? Now, mind you, I'm not going to put your business on this recording. Huh? I'm not going to put your business. I'm talking about the applying stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. It's going to be a good day. So, I'm just saying, I would like for you two to be like self-driven, like doing things that y'all consider to be like, this is best for me. I'm going to do what's best for me, as best for in this household. Like, do I want to keep my mother off of me? Or do I want to come in here and get upset with me? Let me do what I need to do so she can stay off of me. I would think that would be a good drive, because both of y'all are very sensitive when it comes to y'all mama cussing and fussing at y'all. If y'all took it like a grain of salt, then I can understand why y'all do what y'all do. But Gabby and y'all would be shut down for the next 2-3 days if your mama come in and go off on y'all. Are you used to it now? That's the reason why you don't apply yourself? Because
Much.
Believe me, after a while, you trying to not. You literally trying not to be.
It's tiring getting yelled at every day. You know, it's like,
So who are you more upset with? You upset with your mom or yourself?
I'm not upset at all.
You not upset?
No.
So when she come in and she say, Juvey, you supposed to clean this room up, and she start cussing at you for not having that room cleaned up, it's a good day for you?
Nah, I would have just been like, dang, I should have cleaned my room up.
Oh, okay, there you go. You said you should have cleaned your room up.
Yeah.
When your mom say something about your grades, or when I say something about your grades, who you more upset with, me or you? Me and your mama or yourself?
I'm just like them. I'm not really upset.
Yeah. I mean,
I was fixing my boy, but I'm not really upset. I mean, my grades bad.
Did you hear? I'm glad that's recorded. I'm so glad that's recorded. So if it's just bad, they just bad.
I can't go back to the past and fix them.
You can't go fix them?
Go back to the past and
You
fix
can't go back to the past and fix them?
to where I would have never got my phone took. I can't do that. So
You
I
can't.
be mad about it.
You can. This is why you be mad. Because you said, I put myself in this position. And then when you do that, Gabby, that means that you hold yourself accountable, so you'll do better as you move forward. That's the reason why that should make you upset. That should make you mad. You either mad at us or you mad at yourself, but it should have some type of response, because you failing and you saying we fussing at you because we concerned about your grades. And if you're not mad at us for that, you should at least be mad at yourself for it. You shouldn't be like, yo, I just got bad grades. It is what it is. I'm just going to go back in my room and talk on my phone. Because like I said, Gabby, I don't want to go downtown